Yes! Oh, welcome in to RAMS Wednesdays. I'm going to turn right on here. Oh, the camera, light. Oh boy. Okay, let me kill that music. Yeah, turn that down. Hello, Ramley and other NFL family. Welcome in to RAMS Wednesdays, the show that is on Wednesdays, where we talk about the Los Angeles Rams. I am your host, Peo Times, your Canadian Rams fan. I am so excited for today's show. Jam-packed show. Jam-packed. More jam-packed than a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, let me tell you. Let me cut that music here. Thank you, everyone, for tuning on in. If you love talking about the Rams, this is the show for you. I am, like I said, we are on Wednesdays. We talk about the Rams. What more could you want? I divide up the show into segments, and so in between that, I like to interact with the audience. So please, anyone, if you have any questions, comments, put them in the chat. I do my best to read as many as I can. And for those who can't, no big deal. I do clip out the segments to release shortly afterwards whenever I get around to it. But let me just say hello to AMS. And we got Exotic Soya Sauce. Elite crew today. The Sports Star. Awesome. Good to see you. Sean J. Good to see you as well. Yes, I'm glad you're all here today. We are going to talk about the Rams today. And like I said, it's a great day to be alive. I don't know if I said that, but I'm going to say it now. It's a great day to be a Rams fan. I know where I am, there's some weird weather going on. Today we have had hail, we have had snow, we have had sunshine, we have had fog, and that's all within the past 24 hours. So wherever you are, whenever you're listening to this, I hope you're having a great day. I appreciate you clicking on this and making my show a minor part of your story. That being said, hey, Grandizer, good to see you. Thanks for coming in. AMS, we will talk about that in the next segment. There's still some talent out there, but a lot of the free agents have signed for sure. But tell you what, I want to start off the show with, again, for the second time, our new segment called Rams Radar. So let me just cue that drop here. Give me 1 sec. Okay, I'm going to put 3 minutes on the clock. Oh, okay. 3 minutes on the clock, and here we go. Yes, this is the Rams Radar. We take 3 minutes to go through some headlines, rapid fire at a Ram speed pace, and here we go. So the first one being the Rams have cleared the most cap space in the NFL for 2024. What does that mean for 2023? Still to be seen, but they have it's really quite amazing. They have cleared $58.2 million in cap space for 2024. The Rams have been visiting with a number of NFL draft prospects and like many other NFL teams. Just in the tracking, I won't go through names right now, but they have had 2 quarterbacks they visited with, 2 running backs, 4 wide receivers, 3 tight ends, 1 offensive lineman, 5 defensive linemen, 1 edge rusher, 3 cornerbacks, and 1 kicker. No doubt there's going to be more draft meetings coming up in the coming month, but it's interesting to track each position because maybe this is a bit of a tell to what the Rams are looking to draft. We'll talk about this later in the show, but Colts owner Jim Irsay was critical of the Rams' current position, being that they don't have their number 6 overall pick, that's now the Lions, kind of attributing them of mortgaging their future to put them in this current position. I think most Ram fans are totally, okay being here for not in the sense of this is what we want, but we got a Super Bowl title, and we'll talk about this in more detail later in the show. In contrast to that, Marcus Spears loved the Rams all-in approach, and it is, and he sees what the Rams are doing now and respects the roster-building moves. We have a little bit of trade rumors buzzing. Allen Robinson has been the focal point of many, Ram fans' conversations that it was a disappointing signing from last year. There is a rumor out by the Bleacher Report. Again, this is pure speculation. There's not a lot of meat to this, but the Rams could potentially trade Allen Robinson to the Chiefs. Now, if you've been following this channel, you know that trading Allen Robinson before the June 1st deadline doesn't do the Rams a lot of good. However, if the Rams were able to trade him after June 1st, it would have over $10 million in cap space savings, which is significant for the Rams. So let me know in the comments, do you think this is something the Rams got to pursue? And this has been the Rams Radar. Woo! Okay, we did it. Ooh, the Rams Radar. Ooh, okay, I was better this week than last week. That's the goal of the show. I want to try and get faster and better at that, but I got through all the headlines. Some we'll talk about in more detail. But yes, the Rams Radar is a fun segment. Okay, let's see here. Let me get to your comments here. Who is the best available free agent left on market? There's still some names out there. I look at like some of the edge rushers that are maybe out there, like Ingram or something like that. But let me do a quick little Google search here. Agents, because when we ask questions, I like to take a look. If we go to the Sport Track free agent ticker here, not specific. A lot of people have signed. It's been once since I've looked. Let me just see here. All set, available, update. Okay. Yes. Ooh. Okay. Yeah. Here, let me share my screen here because sharing is caring. Okay. So if we take a look here at this is again the sporttrack.com. So we see Carson Wentz, Matt Ryan are still available. That be interesting. I have heard Ram fans speculate that they would like either of those gentlemen to be a backup quarterback to Matthew Stafford. Kenny Golladay with the Stafford connection is still available. Bud Dupree, that's a big name out there. Byron Jones, Taylor Lewan. Sadly, Leonard Floyd is still out there. Donovan Smith, Frank Clark. Frank Clark would probably be someone that I'd most like to see the Rams get. I'd get excited about that. Ezekiel Elliott is still available. Zach Cunningham would be an interesting name out there. Robert Quinn. So yeah, there's still some talent out there. John Johnson at safety, former Ram, former Brown. It'd be good to see him back in Horns. So those are some of the names that come to mind for me personally here. All right. Who's Casa? Rams Casa. You know it. Oh, Granddads are awesome. All right. No, the NFL draft is at the end of April. It starts on Thursday, April, I want to say 28th, and it goes the 29th and 30th over the weekend, and it's going to be awesome. Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry I'm buffering on your side. I haven't been given any signals that I have a bad connection, but keep me posted. Thank you. All to draft. Yeah, I guess so. Yeah. Hey, Alex G. Good to see you, my friend. Good to be here. What do you think we could get OBJ for cheap this year, then pay him a bag next year? That would be interesting. That would be interesting. I think that that's pretty on brand for the Rams if they were able to pull that off. I just think it comes to, does OBJ consider the Rams a contender? What's he really looking for? There's so many question marks when it comes to OBJ. So we'll see. All right. All All right, it's a great day to be alive, a great day to be a Rams fan. We're going to get to our first section here, and it will be a short one. But our main topic today, and I want to point this out, the main topic is look out for Matthew Stafford. And I say that with two meanings. There's two reasons that we have the main topic today as look out for Matthew Stafford. Reason number one, if you are the Rams, if you're Les Snead, if you're Sean McVay, if you're the Rams O-line, look out for Matthew Stafford. He's had some bumps. He's had some bruises. Last year, there was the spinal cord contusion and concussion concerns. But we know that for Matthew Stafford to have, an extended career with the Rams, you got to look out for Stafford. I think that needs to be one of the, if not the top priority for the Rams this offseason. And if the Rams look out for Matthew Stafford, the second point I want to make about this is NFL, look out for Matthew Stafford. He still has an elite arm talent. He is still, a quarterback on the field that can lead you down the field when you need a game-winning drive, and he can put it, thread the needle. He can put it in the hands of his playmakers. He's someone with an elite arm talent to, toss up the Hail Mary when you need it. And I love watching Matthew Stafford play football. It's been a lot of fun, not just, him as a Ram, last year and the year before that, but I've enjoyed watching him his entire career. He is an elite arm talent. He is someone that can make throws that a lot of other people cannot make. And when you look at it, Colin Cowherd, he had a really interesting take here. And I just bring this up ever so slightly. Let me just bring up this article here because once again, sharing is caring. So if we share this tab here and bring it up, is Colin Cowherd had a really interesting take that made me think about this. So he talks about here, Colin Cowherd explains why the Rams are poised to bounce back in 2023. And I won't read the whole thing. He's talking about the Rams and kind of where they're at right now. But then, again, this is Cameron DeSilva, the Rams wire friend of the show, says, Fox Sports' Colin Cowherd believes the Rams are poised to bounce back in 2023, primarily because the tandem of McVay-Stafford is the second best of any coach and quarterback combo in the NFL. So I won't play the clip here, but this will be linked in the description. But it's a this is my Colin Cowherd impersonation. It's a head coach and quarterback league, Cowherd said Monday. Quarterback is probably 60% of it. Coach is probably 40% of it. Brady, Belichick, Reed, Mahomes. People have just decided that the LA Rams off a bad season are done. Well, Arizona is a tire fire in their division. The NFC's weaker. San Francisco doesn't quite know who the quarterback's going to be. They're all young in Seattle. I don't think it's going to duplicate. And they're all young. And Seattle, I don't think is going to duplicate a Geno Smith magical year. Not to that level. But if you look at what wins in the NFL, it's a wealthy, non-meddling owner, check. A dominating defensive line presence, check. A great weapon, Cooper Kupp, who was getting MVP consideration, check. And an offensive line coach, check. And a star quarterback, check. Outside of Andy Reid and Mahomes, let's take them off the board. What is the best? The Rams also have 11 picks, so they got a chance to find some gems in the draft. What is the best quarterback-coach combo in the NFL? Stafford and McVay are number 2. They are. Anyway, that was my best impersonation of Colin Cowherd, so feel free to critique me of that. But it's an interesting point that Cowherd makes is – with the quarterback and coach combo of Sean McVay and Matthew Stafford, you really have to look over the Rams, and a lot of people aren't. A lot of people are counting them out. And let's Ram fans keep your receipts. Your friends that trash talk you, your friends that post on my videos or other Rams content creators. There's something to be said about the Matthew Stafford and McVay connection for sure. So let me know in the comments below. Do you think I'm crazy? And I think that Stafford can have a great season next year. In the NFC, I'd only put Jalen Hurts as the top quarterback ahead of them. Assuming Aaron Rodgers leaves the conference for the Jets. But let me know in the comments below, what do you think? Is the McVay and Stafford relationship not getting enough credit? I personally think it's not.
Thank you very much.
All right, let me get back to your comments here. Let's see here. Where did I go? Okay. Hey, Mr. Summer, good to see you. Always a pleasure. Yes, Zach Cunningham could be a really good signing. He's been a solid player. Yeah. Protect your flag, Strategio ref. Yeah. NFL. I got the dates right. Yes, the 27th to 29th. Thank you, Grandizer. Yes, I did see that, Grandizer. Yes, I did. It was, I think it was pretty on brand for the Rams. And yes, I thought I responded to it, but yes, thank you. Coward's take, while totally legit, is also heavy on conjunction. I mean, Stafford did lead the league in interceptions in 21. We got to fix that first. Mr. Stuff, that's a valid point. And again, I think the interceptions are an interesting stat in the sense of, if you have a lot of them, you automatically think, that's a bad season and things like that. But when you look back and you watch a lot of those interceptions that Stafford threw in the 2021 season, some of them were equivalent to an arm punt, right? There was a deep down the field, and he's trying to give his receiver a chance, and the defender made a big play. I don't mind those. I don't want them, but if it's 3rd and 20, from the 50, and you're taking a shot down the field, I can respect it. Maybe there's better play calls and things like that. But if it gets picked off, and then you don't lose the field possession battle because of it. So I don't know. That's my take. But I do think that we're hoping Stafford cuts down those interceptions. Pat, what are your thoughts on Aaron Rodgers potentially going to the Niners? Yeah, this is one of the interesting storylines there, just creeping on in there. I don't know. When I saw this, I was like, man, the 49ers just love their quarterback drama. If it happens, it's interesting. It doesn't scare me. I think that Rodgers is definitely an interesting move if he goes to the Niners, but I'd get excited about the Rams playing him in the Niners. I feel for the Jets fans out there because they just can't seem to get a quarterback. Hey, Rudy, good to see you. In and out. Okay, awesome. Enjoy. Oh, good luck running your errands around. Yep. Yeah, arm punts are cool. Yeah. I think the Rams have a core. First off, hello, Bruce. Good to see you. And we will see what they get in the draft. They make some moves that won't hurt the cap in the following seasons. Yep. Rams with a 3rd place schedule, improved O-line, a refocused McVay, and determined Donald and Cup and Stafford. Rams get into the playoffs. Look out! I love it. Hey, I like dogs. Our resident Chiefs fan. He's saying, can Aaron Rodgers just get traded already? Honestly, yeah, it is an extremely boring and cumbersome story to follow. Of just I said it last week and I say it again. It's like when you have these two friends that they both like each other, and everyone's like, just date already. This is what I feel like Aaron Rodgers and the Packers and the Jets are like, okay, why are the Packers preventing them going together, right? Like, just date already. Just make the trade. Yeah. Oh, good times, good talks, good times, good talks. All right. That being said, we're going to get to our next segment today. And I mentioned it earlier. We're going to talk about Colts owner Jim Irsay critical of Rams' current position. All right. This, it was reported in a number of different places, but we're going to go with this here, okay? So, the numbers game. Yes. This coming at us here from NBC Sports Pro Football Talk saying Colts owner Jim Irsay said to local reporters the other day, there was an article recently saying the Rams mortgaged their future and now they're paying for it after they won the Super Bowl and had all that success with the draft picks not being there. To me, that's what you have to be careful about. I get what Irsay is saying, but let's make some numerical points here. Which team would you rather be? Here, I'll read this in a second. I just want to make the point. I think there was a bit of overreaction, I'll admit for myself and other Ram fans, where Jim Irsay was talking about how he wouldn't want to be in the situation where he went all in, mortgaging your future, and then if you have a down year like the Rams had, you missed out on having a top 10 draft pick. And okay, fair enough. Like if that's, what your priority is here. But check this out. This is another fun little part of the article. He said, the Rams 49-33 in the last 5 regular seasons with 2 conference titles and 1 Super Bowl championship and played in a second one. 5.1 million under the cap, according to Over the Cap, with a franchise quarterback with 11 draft picks overall in this year and 3 in the top 100. Or would you rather be the Colts? They're 41-40-1 in the last 5 regular seasons with 0 conference titles and 0 Super Bowl championships or appearances, 12.5 million under the cap, searching for a franchise quarterback with 9 picks overall in this year's draft, 3 in the top 100. I bet the 4th overall pick, probably going to get a quarterback this year. Teams should be in this to compete in Super Bowls, and the Rams have played in 2 of the last 5 Super Bowls. The Colts have 1 wild card win in those 5 years. And so that article does it, right there is, would you rather have what you've done, Jim Irsay? Would you rather that, having that 1 wild card win? Sure, the Rams had a rough year last year, and sure, we don't have our number 6 overall pick this year, and that's not fun. That's not cool. But it's not so uncool that it makes the Super Bowl loses its shine. I'll gladly take the 2 Super Bowl appearances, 1 Super Bowl win over 1 wild card win. But that's my own take here. Again, I do think there was a bit of overreaction. Jim Irsay, it sounded, from what I've gathered, he was mainly just talking, he was focusing mainly on the draft situation. I don't think he was thinking about the grander scheme of Super Bowls and things like that. And so there maybe was a little bit of clickbait to this. But anyway, that's my take on it. Let me know. Do you think Jim Irsay was being disrespectful towards the Rams? Or maybe just misguided or misunderstanding? Let me know in the comments below what you think.
Thank you very much.
All right, let me get back to let's definitely not ignoring you, Grand Island. No. Okay, I'll go back and I thought I responded, but maybe I forgot to click send. Yeah, the arm part, right? Yep. Allen Robinson, to the Chiefs potentially. It's a rumor again. No credible sources. It's more pure speculation. Hey, Dramix, good to see you. You still missing Goff? All right. Thanks. What Canadian football player is ready to play in the NFL right now? Well, Michael Hoyt. on the Rams. He's a Canadian. Honestly, I can't think off the top of my head. I follow the NFL way more than I do the CFL. I do know that like there are some Canadians at the collegiate level who are able to get scholarships in the States and things like that. I can't say any off the top of my head at this moment. AMS. I see a Vikes content creator talk about Cousins Fournette. Yeah, it is smoke screen season in the NFL. Lots of rumors going around. Yeah. Mr. Summer, he mortgaged his team's future by going in the QB guest host of the year route. Ursay's opinion is about as relevant as Carrot Top's opinion. No, that's fair, Mr. Summer. That's fair. That's fair. Let's see. We could do to this. Rams make the playoffs. Rams actually give a good deal. Oh, I'm not sure yet. Yeah, champs. Hey, what up, Wicked T? Good to see you. Ursay, that is what this year cost came out for a Super Bowl. You can't have it both ways. Yeah. Hey, LA Rams, good to see you. We're just talking some Rams. Yeah. Hey, what's up, Jack42? Good to see you as always. The Broncos are the only team in the AFC that don't have a first-round pick. Hope Russell Wilson was worth it. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. It's I heard they're trying to get a first-round pick for like Jerry Jeudy or something, but I don't think that's happening. Worry about getting better in your weak division. You're behind the Jags and Titans, not far off of the Texans. Yeah, okay. Ooh, okay. Ursay among owners is like that teammate in the locker room who won't be missed. Yeah. Oh, fair enough. I do have one more segment here today, and it's gonna be a short one. I want to point out. So I'm always interested in what the Rams are doing on the field and roster building and things like that. But if you're like me, a lot of Ram fans, you're curious what the team's doing. What are some of the practical things going on SoFi Stadium in LA? What are the players doing off the field? That stuff, I eat that stuff up. It's interesting. And I took it upon myself. I did email the Rams. I wanted to see what happens when you email one of their agents about buying tickets to SoFi Stadium, season tickets. And I am not in a place financially where I can afford to do that, mainly because I don't live in LA, and I live far across the country in another country. But I'm going to bring up this little post here. And this is the Rams season ticket price map. And I won't go through this all, but for Ram fans out there who are wondering, how much do seasons tickets cost? And so again, some of this terminology was new to me, but SSL is it means simply put SS. Oh wait, I had it here. I want to make sure I read it right here. And maybe this isn't new to you if you live in the States, but this is a new term to me. But it's essentially a secure spending. Okay, I had the acronym there? Yeah, yes. Secure sockets layers. And it's a standard security technology for establishing an encrypted link between a server and a client. So you need a secure way of paying for the season ticket holder. And then as you can see, that kind of brownish tier, or kind of it's like orangey gold or whatever, $200,000 with the, and it's 10 games. So it's the preseason, also with the regular season games. And yeah, so, if you look at the more, the more affordable green section, you can get season tickets for $1,000 or $2,000 or $3,000. And it kind of has those season ticket prices. So interesting. Thought you guys might be interested in seeing it here. I will also bring up here in how I also wanted to bring up if you go to share this tab, some of the, if you are looking to become a season ticket holder, some of the kind of benefits they have. If you scroll down, and again, all this is available on the Rams website. You can contact them yourself. Is if you can have access. Oh, no, thank you. So the schedule release, the Rams training camp in late July and early August. And then there's frequently asked questions. They had a bunch of other benefits here, like giveaways. There's parking benefits to it, seat relocation programs. And there's gifts and experiences. So annual season ticket members get exclusive gifts, in-person and virtual experiences with Rams players, coaches, and executives, exclusive game day experiences such as Legends Live or post-game photo, season ticket member fantasy football leagues, ability to win trips to NFL events such as Super Bowl or NFL Draft, special member day at training camp. So some pretty cool stuff. And maybe you're someone that you buy season tickets and then you do the whole scalping game or things like that. But anyway, I just wanted to make that a segment on today's show because I knew some of you out there are Rams season ticket holder, and I'm jealous. And if you are in a financially stable position to do it, I encourage you to do it if you love the Rams. But let me know in the comments below. Are you going to be buying Rams season tickets? I do know they have flexible payment plans, things like that. And I'd be curious to know your thoughts.
Thank you very much.
All right, that does it for my segments today. The rest of the show is all about you. It's all about talking to you guys here. Let's see. Okay. The Cardinals are finally getting new uniforms. Hope they at least look better. Yeah, and did anyone else see the Cardinals have like another controversy brewing where like they got accused of cheating and malpractice, where like their former, I didn't track all the details of it, but I think their former president had like he accused the Cardinals owner and their GM for like using burner phones when their GM was suspended for a DUI for like 5 weeks or something. But anyway, the Cardinals might actually be in more trouble than they already are in. He's dynasty in the works. Well, still technically Dan Snyder, but I hear you. Not for long. Let's see. Judy for first round pick, that'll never happen. He's like, yeah, no. I am more critical of the Broncos wide receiving core. I think they're overrated personally. Hit that. Oh, thank you, LA Rams. Appreciate everyone hitting that like button and subscribing, all that jazz. Stick to running guard. Do you think the Jaguars winning the AFC South next season is guaranteed? I don't think anything's guaranteed in the NFL. In regards to winning like a division, I think they should be the front runners for it next year. I really think they have a chance to be a good team for years to come, for sure. Do you think that the Rams draft a quarterback? I do. I really, the more and more I think about it, I think with 11 picks and just, kind of where the Rams are at, if there's a quarterback that Sean McVay likes, I think drafting a quarterback makes a lot of sense for the Rams. I don't think they draft him early, but I think that drafting a quarterback would be a good fit. I'd be happy about it. I'd get excited about it because it'd be the first quarterback that Sean McVay ever drafted. There's parking. It's so expensive at SoFi. Yeah, no, I'm a big believer. Like, when I went to SoFi, and I've only been once last year, I did the whole I didn't have a car at all, so I was at a hotel and I just took an Uber to the stadium, and then my hotel was like an hour walk away, and so after the game, I just walked it back. Kermit Nobles, hello. Urge needs to stick to running his media. Stay out of the Rams business. Yeah. I live in Eastern North Carolina. I've been a Rams fan for 50 years. Let's go. And never seen them play for. Whoa, Kermit, that's crazy, man. But first off, celebration for. Can we get some applause in the chat here? Being a Rams fan for 50 years, Kermit, I celebrate you. I'm honored you would watch my channel and tune into Rams Wednesdays and talk some Rams. And yeah, I encourage you, if you get a chance, Eastern North Carolina. I'm trying to think. Let me see. Rams 2023 opponents. I don't have this memorized yet. They're playing. Okay, so the Rams will host the Eagles. Well, we host the Seahawks, the Niners, the Cardinals, the Eagles, the Commanders, the Saints, the Browns, and the Steelers next year on the road. And I understand if you're an East Coast fan like me, sometimes you have to go visit them on the road. It looks like the closest to you. So they play in Indianapolis, they play in Cincinnati, they play in Baltimore, they play in Green Bay, they play in New York, they play in Dallas. So I feel like, again, my geography is not that good, but I feel like either Baltimore or Dallas would be the closest. So even that's a big of a trick from Eastern North Carolina. But I celebrate your fandom, Kermit. Thank you so much for tuning in. Let's see here. Do the Rams play? Not this year. No, not this year. Unless it's the playoffs. How long does McVay stay? Bruce, I think that's a valid question for a while. I think, like, my gut instinct is he's here for another 4 or 5 years. I could be totally wrong, but that's my gut instinct. I know this isn't Rams news, but I think Diggs wants out of Buffalo. Hey, no, we're totally cool to talk about anything football related. My segments are all Rams focused. Diggs out of Buffalo would be interesting. I'd be really curious to see how that goes down for sure. I believe our young talent will surprise everyone this year. I agree, Jack Fortescue. I really, really think some of these players on the Rams are ready to make that leap forward. You got to crush the draft, though. You got to find, in those 11 picks, you got to find some key contributors late in the draft. I'm not saying I would love a superstar diamond in the rough. I just don't know if that happened. But having players that can contribute, we gotta have it. And I'm just realizing now on my ticker, I have spelled Wednesdays wrong. Oh dear, how embarrassing. Okay, let me just hide that. No one saw that. And let me just add an N in there. There we go. Okay, it's like it never happened. Boom. Okay. Oh, that's embarrassing. It's the name of the show, and I had it spelled wrong in the ticker. Oh well. You're predicting the Cardinals will be 3-14 next year. Okay. Who do you think is better, Joe Burrow or Josh Allen? That's a great question. I think that any given week, the other can outplay the other, but I'd say consistently, they have different games. Like Josh Allen's running game gives him another element that Burrow doesn't have to the same extent. I would say, like, in terms of arm talent, I'd probably put Burrow just a little bit ahead of Josh Allen, but it's close. Okay, Rudy said last year the Rams didn't even give a decent break on parking passes. They should automatically come free at a Super if you play it. Yeah, no, I don't disagree with that grandizer. I just know that Rams is a very much like LA is just an expensive place to hang out. Bruce can talk. He lived in the greater LA. Never saw them in person. Interesting. Is it because you're just not into like going to crowds or something like that? I'm curious. Why Bruce? That's really curious. Kermit, we're about the same age. My first Rams quarterback was Roman Gabriel and James Harris. Let's go again, Mr. Summer and Bruce, the OGs. Clap, horns up. Love you guys. Honored you guys should come to my channel. Yeah. Johnny Ripple, I thank you for that. I don't talk politics on this channel, but thank you. Go Rams. Rams drafted quarterback or two county undrafted free agent. I really think we'll draft a quarterback. Yeah, we'll see. That the quarterback room is gonna look different behind Stafford next year. I really believe that. I don't think Wolford's coming back. I don't think Perkins is coming back, but I know a lot of Ram fans want him back. So we'll see. We will see. If Diggs does leave Buffalo, do you think the Rams would try and get him to match him with Stafford? That would be awesome. I don't know if they could do it, but if they can somehow pull that off, whoo, that would be something, Wicked T. That would be something to watch. You're too kind, Grandizer. Let's see. We need to draft 3 edge rushers. I'd be okay with, like, in the 11 picks, if edge rushers was a high priority, I'm all for it. I'm all for it. Swap Diggs and Robinson and picks. Would that work? Maybe. I don't know if Buffalo would go for that. Thoughts on Seattle year 2 with Geno? A step back, I think. So there is, okay, you know what? I'm glad you asked this, Johnny. I'm glad you asked this. So here, let me bring up here on the Seahawks 2022. Yeah, let me bring this up here because this definitely gets talked about here, okay? And I think most Seahawks fans, if they really think about it, could make an argument that they overachieved last year. But if we bring up the Seahawks schedule here, okay, because Sharon is carrying. Right, make sure you guys can see that, okay? All right, you can. Perfect. Okay, so if we look at the Seahawks schedule off ESPN.com here, okay, so they had the narrow win over the Broncos. They lost to the Niners, lost to the Falcons. The epic game against Detroit, which that was an epic game last year. Then they played in another high-scoring game to the Saints, but they lost that. Then they went on this 4-game win streak here where they beat the Cardinals twice, the Giants, and the Chargers. I totally think it's valid to say Geno Smith was playing his best football there. Like that 4-game stretch there, Geno was playing some of the best football of his career. Lost to the Bucs. They lose in overtime to the Raiders. They beat the Rams, sadly. Then they have that 3-game losing skid against the Panthers, the Niners, and the Chiefs. But they still make it into the playoffs narrowly when the Rams should have beaten them in that week, that final week of the year there. But I say all this to say, yeah, I think the Seahawks maybe regress next year. I definitely think that they're a team that potentially overperformed last year and maybe kind of snuck into the playoffs. I know a lot of people use the term like fall into the playoffs. But yeah, so I tend to agree with you there. I think the one thing Seattle has going for them is they do got some high draft capital. And if they use that capital correctly to put playmakers around Geno Smith and they don't ask Geno Smith to really win the game for them, they could be a good team. They could be a good team. Let's see here. Let's see. Harris' favorite Ram all time is Tom Mack. Whew, there's a name. Spend $2,000 for concert tickets today, $2,000 each. Yeah, SoCal is always expensive. Yeah, nope. Yep. My family went to Angels and Dodgers games. Oh, okay, interesting. Said their fans should be prepared for embrace the sun. I didn't see it. I'll have to talk to Joseph about that. Yep. This is a good draft for a backup quarterback. Yeah, I'm thankful for that. Yep. LA is a baseball town for sure. Not much better than Dodger Stadium. Next time I go to LA, I want to go to a Dodgers game. Yeah. Vince Finero-Gamo. Okay. Do you think if Stefon Diggs leaves Buffalo, Josh Allen might struggle since he is his favorite wide receiver? The Diggs and Allen connection has been really good the past 2 years. I don't know. I think Josh Allen is still a good quarterback. But yeah, Stephon Diggs is such a good. Your team doesn't get better by losing Stephon Diggs. It doesn't get better. Let's see. Don't forget the refs assistant. Yes, thank you. Yes, Detroit should have gotten in. Yes, John. Yes, absolutely. Hit this draft. Can't wait. I'm pumped. Oh, they have a YouTube channel yet? That's cool. I didn't know that. Oh, I'm gonna have to find that. Okay, whoa. Are you telling me that we're looking this up, folks? Okay. We're looking this up. This is let's see. On Point Live. They do have a YouTube channel. Oh, folks. Okay. Here. Okay. I don't want to get copyrighted. They have 358 subscribers, folks. Okay, here, let me share my screen here, folks. Got to put this in the chat. Wow. Okay. I want to collab with them so bad. I'm going to totally reach out. Okay. This is me. I put it in the chat here. Guys, we need to go subscribe to this channel. This is Rams Legends here. Check this out, folks. On Point Live with Vic Ferragamo and Jackie Slater. Subscribed. Bell notifications on. Okay, they're talking football. They're talking about the Rams. Wow. This is so cool. Man, this just made my day. Oh, man, I cannot wait to binge watch all these videos. Kermit Nobles, thank you so much. I am so excited to check out that channel there. Yeah. It had a couple hundred views. Wow, that's awesome. Wow. Badly, possibly even two of those. The huge hole right now. Yep. Okay. Who do you think will have a step back and miss the playoffs next season? Giants or Vikings? I could see them both. I could see them both. I could see them both missing it. Yeah, I mean, the Vikings' way of winning last year was so entertaining because it was like always one score. I just don't know if that's sustainable year in and year out, but we'll see. Yeah. Oh, I am totally gonna reach out to them. I don't know if I can, but I'm totally gonna. Yeah, you subbed last week to them. That's awesome. Yeah. Good night, Bruce. Have a good one. But yeah, no, I am totally gonna reach out to them, and if they're willing to do a collab, I'd love that. I'd love that. Love. They may have just started their channel. Yeah, it doesn't have many subscribers on it. Like they only got 300. I should say they have 358, which again, that's an accomplishment in its own right. Don't let anyone else tell you otherwise. Yeah, they just started in January. Yeah, this is cool. Okay, I'm definitely gonna email them. Okay, that's cool. Anyway, guys. Anyway, guys, that is gonna do it for me today. I appreciate y'all tuning on in. This was a really fun show, talking Rams. If again, I cannot thank you enough for just being part of this community, being part of this channel. It's truly one of my favorite times, every week to come Wednesday live, talk about the Rams. Yeah, I'm honored that each and every one of you would make me a minor character in your story. I know that on the other side of this camera, that if you are here watching this, if you hear my voice, you are a person, you have highs and you have lows, you have a life. And I'm honored that you would find my channel worthy of talking Rams with. I really appreciate it. Yeah. Rams have a history of wild quarterback lasted for shorter compared to other teams. Yeah. Oh, that's cool. Well, guys, as always, go Rams, horns up, and peace out. Let's go Rams! Woo! This has been Rams Wednesdays.